Hey there, friend. How you doing? Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. Let's check in for your energy, see what is going on. We've got the Ten of Cups showing up there and see how we can support your journey today. If you're new here, hello and welcome. Feel welcome to subscribe so we can stay connected and connect into your energy. All right, Pisces. Let's see what is going on. Straight up, we have got the Five of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Empress energy. So there seems to be a little bit of confusion about something that perhaps you're wanting to do right now. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is in the center of the read. Let's pull out a few more and go from there. Okay, Six of Cups and then the Nine of Pentacles. I know a bunch of you jumped in to get the private reading. So if you've recently booked in the last few days, your readings will be coming out in the next 48 hours or so. Okay, so just hang in there. I don't work weekends. I spend time with my fam, just so you know. All right, Two of Cups. One more. Thank you, Spirit. And Five of Swords. Okay, let's have a look underneath the Tower. All right. There's a bit going on here. Whew, Pisces. So, yeah, it seems like there could be a little bit of a battle on something, or trying to get, clarity on something right now. I don't know if there's something that you're working on or someone that you're dealing with, but it just seems like maybe someone's actions, behaviors, and what you're thinking or how they're thinking or how it's showing up. Something seems to be bothering you here. With the Empress energy. And then we have a Queen of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Yeah, I mean, the Empress energy is about maybe wanting to do something, to create something here for yourself. And maybe that's what the confusing thing is that someone's experiencing here, right? Something that you want to start, maybe go in a new direction. As I said, create something new. Maybe there's some question, I don't know, for some of you, whether you want to, have another child if you're in that area. Obviously, only take what resonates, guys. Don't go, that's not me, because if it's not you, then it's not for you. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of question about certain actions and the creating of something or the birthing of something here, which seems to be more about, for some of you, it could be thinking of a certain party or a situation too, on whether or not you consider that as a divine counterpart. While we do have the feminine here, for our masculines, or vice versa, same sex, whatever that may be. But what it seems like is there is something here that's quite meaningful with this Queen of Cups, and something that you really do feel connected to and want to create, and can see this being potentially successful here, I also feel too, if it is something that you choose to step forward into and really put your heart and soul into it, maybe some of you are looking at a type of work or leaning into a situation that deals a lot with helping others. But what I see is that if this is a direction or something that you're thinking about, the Six of Wands is the victory energy, okay? It's like succeeding, gaining some form of recognition here. With the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Five of Swords, again, you're starting with conflict on both sides, okay, as you enter this situation and as you kind of step through this. Because, there's something here about, or reflecting upon your own success, or what success may look like, or what it feels like, or doing the things that you want to do. This could also be how someone feels about you, stepping into this connection, how you feel about someone, questioning. There could be some question here. In this Six of Cups, there's one cup being handed to, someone potentially younger. So this could be childhood, this could be past related matters, but it just seems like, how do you achieve this sentiment towards something and also be in a place where there's strength and independence as well? So if you're looking at joining forces with someone or with something here, there just seems to be a little uncertainty. I don't know if there's parts of you reflecting on a situation that you've had in the past where I don't know if it's intuitively or a situation felt good and then didn't feel good. I don't know. There's some reflection here around your past that you're potentially looking at. You could be going, is this the person? Is this the one? But there's something about your own independence and your own strength of the situation. It's something about, I feel, also being seen here and the approach someone's taking, because Five of Wands is and Seven of Cups is a lot of conflicting energy, a lot of uncertainty, not being sure, looking at all the things, and something is not connected or clicking into place here for you. And if it's not about a person, it's about something that you're trying to achieve. And I feel like there could be a bit of a question mark or trying to understand here, how do we get across the line? How do we get into unison? How do we get into commitment here? How do we partner and make this work? But again, there's some form of conflict. We do have the Tower, the Three of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So again, for some of you, if you're trying to achieve a certain goal here, I think you might be surprised of what comes in and what comes together. I feel like you're going to get the clarity here. For some of you, there could be some legalities, some contracts, or some advice that you may need to get as well to help navigate this situation. Let's dive in a little bit further and see what is underneath. What's underneath that we need to see impacting this situation? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we've got the Magician energy. We have got the Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Just as you know, I don't read reversals. I just connect into the energy. Okay. So again, I feel like this is something that you're that you're working towards. It's something that you want to achieve. And I use the word trying, and sometimes that word, frustrates a little bit, because I think trying is doing, or wanting to step into that energy. And I feel like that's what you're attempting to do here. It's like you want to manifest a new start. For some of you, this is about getting connected to where you're meant to be and what you're meant to be doing, and potentially who you're doing this with. Maybe for some of you right now, financially, resources could be, a matter that you're trying to work with, trying to juggle, trying to keep getting along here, and making something work. But I can see that you really are wanting to be successful in your own right and trying to find that thing that is going to help you get there. That's what this seems to be a lot about, and working towards that. But what I do like here, if you're questioning your skills, your talents, or what you should be doing, I feel all the resources you need will come about. And I think there will be a point in time where you can figure this out, Pisces, okay? Let's see where this is all going. So we've got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords. So there's definitely some reflection here, or looking into a potential offer, or someone sharing something with you on a meaningful note. Then you've got the Eight of Pentacles with the King of Cups. So there's definitely a lot of effort or an opportunity here that's going to put you in a position where things could kick up a notch. I do feel for some of you, if you're wanting to succeed in a certain job, or again, a certain career path right now, I'm really seeing that an opportunity will be potentially presenting itself. I do feel right now that there could be, talks about it, what this work looks like, and potentially who you could be working with, and whether you or not you feel connected to it. We do have the Four of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Okay, I will look a little bit more into this Ten of Swords in a second, because that's showing that, kind of like the hard yards are over. But let's see more of what that is, because what I'm getting here is there's something about being curious about an opportunity here. And I also think that there's curiosity of the care and commitment towards something. For some of you, this could be a romantic relationship that you're also looking at. Again, I think trying to understand perhaps someone's approach, how you feel about it, how they're showing you they feel about it. Five of Wands is action. Seven of Cups is emotions, getting connected into how you're feeling about things, making a right choice for you. right, on an emotional front. And again, there's a lot of feeling and depth here, but there's also about a sense of independence and a sense of security that comes with it, but not being dependent on anyone, right? I think it's being happy in who you are is a really important piece to the puzzle, but also remembering who you are. And I feel like needs to be a little bit of reflection of who you are, what you have achieved and what you have accomplished. But again, with this something here that you're trying to connect to or wanting to connect to, I can see again that there's a little bit of conflict. I don't know if you're speaking with someone right now, again, trying to get on the same page, trying to get to a point where you guys have just crossed a line where you're finally moving forward together in the same, in the same step, in the same breath. There just seems to be a little bit of conflicting things, but this could be someone questioning themselves. But again, I feel this is a positive movement forward wherever you get this or go towards. And I do see someone expressing themselves or offering you something, and I feel like you're looking into it more. It's like you're really trying to assess this situation and what is their intent or what's the opportunity here for you, whether again romantic or around your career. Because again, we've got a lot of pentacles, but we do have a lot of emotional components here too. Okay. But there does seem to be a commitment or a new path or a new journey or being invited to something here that comes through. I feel for some of you, there is this part of maybe at times not lashing out energy, but energy that could be a little bit disruptive for you. And I feel like if there is anything that's disruptive, I do feel that difficulties or that those moments, the ups and downs, I do feel that will be over. I do feel like there's a lot of focus here, but I want to get, like I said, a little bit more on what this 10 of Swords is. We do have the King of Wands underneath as well, which can be, again, a lot around work, someone's ambition towards something. We do have the Four of Swords and the Devil energy also showing underneath. So you might find that if this is, again, work related, because we do have a King of Swords and the Devil, there will be a point in time that whatever that you're leading or whatever that you're doing, you may take a little bit of a pause for a moment, but then I feel like things will kick up again. But let's have a look at this 10 of Swords. What do we need to know about this 10 of Swords? Thank you. Got the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of defensiveness and protectiveness right now around your path and journey and your happiness and your goals and your ambitions right now, Pisces. And I said, I think any conversations that you're having or anything that's showing up here, I feel like you're getting to the other side where things are going to get easier. If things have been challenging for you, that's going to get easier. Where there has been difficulties, where there may have been some endings in the past and you're trying to rebuild or again succeed in a certain path, like a new direction, I feel like you're getting to a place that's just going to align for you, and there's a new direction that you're potentially going here with this 6 of Swords, just giving again this breath and freedom with wherever that you're going, because it's like you're protecting your happiness, your goals, your ambitions at all costs here right now, and you're willing to do what you need to do on this occasion to make something work. And I do feel for a lot of you, this is around a relationship or around a partnership at work. Not necessarily, for some of you, it could be someone at work or in the workplace, but this could also be, you're trying to succeed in your career, you're trying to gain your own independence and your own strength, but maybe as well there is a partnership or a relationship right now where you guys might be a little bit off kilter and trying to navigate that. But I do see a very strong beginning here where there'll be, maybe you're looking for that fire, right? And maybe that's a bit of a question mark for you. When you've been in love before, when you've been in a position where you've loved what you've done in terms of the work or something that excites you. And I feel like you're looking or trying to reach out for what that fiery moment is that really is lighting up your heart and soul to go, this is it. But I still think you're doing things differently because you can reflect on the past. You can reflect that you want to be successful in your own right. As much as you may want to do this in partnership or do this with a team, there's still knowing that you can do this for you. And that's, you're going to go your way. I feel like that's what this is about. And as I said, anything that's been challenging, up and down, a bit all over the place, I feel like you're finding that path and that journey, and something is really connecting for you. And the hard stuff is over. You're kind of moving on from that. The hardships, the difficult destination that potentially you've been in the past, and just getting to a place of peace. And I like that you're protecting that. I think that's really important, because, the more that you stay true to your values, your goals, and what you want to achieve, and making sure that the right people and situations are in alignment for that, that's success on its own right. There's so much freedom in having your own peace and having your own way of building and creating for yourself, and not being reliant on other people. So I can see that's a big thing here for you right now. So I'm going to leave that there. Love you, Pisces, as always, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye.